listen, y'all. Listen. 6 Mississippi officers, man, plead guilty. Uniformed officers in Mississippi plead guilty to torturing 2 black guys. Now, I know y'all heard about this story, you know what I'm saying? The 2 Mississippi black guys, you know what I'm saying, they got tortured in the house because he was dating one of the white girls or one of the police officer's daughters or something. See, this is what they ain't been telling on the internet. And the crazy thing is, this ain't even been getting a lot of traction in the news media like it should. But here come a black guy did something. Oh, they blasting it. A black woman did this. One of the celebrities did this. It's all over the news. But here we got real crime, real criminal activity going on with these officers that we as black people in our culture been saying they've been doing this shit forever. And when I say forever, they've been doing this forever. Set you up, put drugs on you, put a gun on you, give you fake crimes, give you a fake send you jail, man, give you a fake criminal record that you ain't really did. There's so many black people in the penitentiary right now, man, in county jails that have not done the crime, don't know nothing about it, but they still are going to get convicted. Yeah, they're going to get convicted, meaning that district attorney is going to look at them and be like, yeah, let's get on up in here. Because they're part of the system too, the whole judicial system, y'all. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game. But this black man out of Mississippi literally got shot in the mouth. The officer put the gun in his mouth. You know how they do in the movies? Yeah, open your mouth and put the gun in your mouth. Yeah. And pulled the trigger, blew his whole mouth off, almost killed him. Imagine if it was just think about the context if the gun was angled just the right way. It blew his whole brains out, bro. Yeah, it blew his whole brains out. But I'm done talking, man. Let's get right in this video, man, so y'all can check this out right here, man. 100.
Mississippi, 6 former law enforcement officers have pleaded guilty to federal charges after investigators say the white officers tortured 2 black men for hours, then tried to cover up the crime. Miguel Almaguer now with what the victims are.
Then tried to cover up the crime. I want y'all to listen to what they saying. They tried to cover up the crime. Imagine how many officers are getting away. White officers right now, and you black officers are in cahoots with them too, because we have. That's what I say, man. The mentality of the black man right now is like real detrimental to the community, because we have black officers that's out here with these white officers committing these same type of acts against their own people. Y'all seen what happened in Memphis? Those was majority black officers with 1 white officer, and the white officer that was supervising at the time, he didn't even get charges like that on him as the black officers that did Terry Nichols like that. Now let's just put that in context to keep that 100. This is all the way in a whole nother state. This is crazy.
Telling us tonight.
Tonight, Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins say justice can be served now that the 6 white Mississippi law enforcement officers who beat them for nearly 2 hours have entered guilty pleas.
I bet you they did.
Gave up. I knew how it was to give up.
Why would the district attorney give them a plea? You get what I'm saying? Because, hold on, y'all got to think about it. It's up to the district attorney whether to give them the plea deal or not. The district attorney don't have to give them a plea. It ain't no law stating in the federal constitution or the state constitution that the district attorney have to give them a plea deal. They don't have to give them a plea deal. They can be like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? Just take it to trial. How can these officers doing this, betraying the public trust, the people of the township, and you give this man a deal? No, they should go to court, man, and sit them under the jail. Just like any other criminal that's doing bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is wild, bro. This it don't make sense to me.
So it wasn't a surviving. It was a hoping I'll make it to the end.
Man, prosecutors in Mississippi say the officers tortured, used racial slurs, and sexually assaulted the 2 black men inside a Braxton home last January.
Tortured, used racial slurs. Of course, you know they was doing that. Come on now. And sexually assaulted two of them, which was only 2 black men. It was only 2 black men there, but sexually assaulted them as well. This is Mississippi. This is the South. Hanging, lynching, lynch mob, all that stuff used to go on down here in the South. If this just happened and they took a guilty plea, meaning the DA threw the offer and they said, hey, we snatching it and taking it. Man, these people supposed to be getting attempted murder, all type of stuff, sent down the road. But as we see, time after time again, y'all keep letting these officers off or letting them go by scot-free, just like the Terry Nichols situation, because y'all took 30 charges, criminal charges, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had to drop 30 criminal charges off of people that them officers had recently, been in, either arrested or been in a facility or been in on the paperwork. They had to go back and drop 30 of those charges and reduce another 90 or some charges on them on the officers who they done arrested. This is in Memphis. Now you telling me these officers right here that's taking deals, it should be people that's coming out the woodwork right now that should be getting charges dropped, let out of prison, because these officers are dangerous. They not only beat and torture these men, they put drugs and guns on them to try to justify their situation. And it's crazy that they not talking about that it was an off-duty officer that was city, not county, because I think the county officers initially did it, but it was an off-duty city officer with them, you know what I'm saying, indulging in the crime. This is accessory. We see black people all the time get murdered and so their friend get accessory to the murder because they was there. Why is this not the same to you guys, man? This shit is wild, bro. I don't understand. It don't make sense to me, man.
Court documents reveal the officers, who called themselves the Goon Squad, broke down.
And then they taking names, and then that's why I say our black community is messing up. We shouldn't even use Goon Squad no more because they taking. I know it's a YouTube channel called the Goon Squad. Here we are, got the a whole, what is this, a SWAT team or like a unit, like a gang task team almost, you know what I'm saying, that runs around the city certain time of the week. They calling themselves a Goon Squad. And we got the people, these officers and police officers that get mad at black people when they use names like this. We got them using the same names, going out in our community, terrorizing. What kind of shit? If y'all gonna say something to us, say something to them. Don't let it be one-sided. Make sure y'all give them the same treatment that y'all give black people, man. Because when you don't do that, it start really messing with us, man. It start really messing with our spirits, and people start really feeling some type of way about stuff like this.
The door, beat, tased, and threatened to rape Parker and Jenkins while calling them the N-word and monkeys as they accuse the men of sleeping with white women.
They come in there and do what they wanted to do, which torture us, and they came to do what they did.
The 5 Rankin County Sheriff's deputies, Brett McAplin, Jeffrey Middleton, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, and Daniel Opdyke, were joined by Richland police officer Joshua Hartfield.
So I guess that was the city cop that joined them. But y'all see it, Brett McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, Daniel, I don't even know how to say, Opdyke, Joshua Hartfield. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. And these is just the 5 officers that was there, but they don't even have the off-duty officer listed. That's crazy, bro. You can't make that up, man.
Rankin County Sheriff's deputies Brett McAplin, Jeffrey Middleton, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, and Daniel Opdyke were joined by Richland police officer Joshua Hartfield. The federal complaint says one officer put a gun in Jenkins' mouth, pulled the trigger, and nearly killed him.
What did I do? Are these, really officers? Do they do this? Why are they doing it to me?
Authorities say the officers tried to cover up their crime by planting a gun in the home and drugs on the victims after their so-called raid. The officers charged with several crimes, including civil rights violations and obstruction of justice.
In their minds, the law and the Constitution be damned. They became the criminals they swore to protect us from.
After their guilty plea to federal charges, the members of the so-called Goon Squad still face state charges and years behind bars.
That's the end of the video, y'all. They said after the federal charges, they face state charges and time behind bars. So the federal charges, they ain't getting no time behind bars. Like, That stuff's weird to me. And did y'all hear when they said the officers put a gun and drugs on them inside the home to try to, you know, to basically set them up? You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why that affect me so much is because I'm a victim of police officers putting drugs on me, that the police officers. You know what I'm saying? Not only am I the victim, I know people, friends that's victims of officers putting drugs on them as well as guns on them. This is not something new. This is, and we talking about like 10 years ago. Over 10, my bad. We talking about like 15 years ago when this situation happened with the police. These officers are still doing this stuff in 2023. This culture has been going on since well in the 80s, 70s, back in the day when the police force was first started. When they was out there torturing us, shooting us, putting sick and dog on us back in the 50s, man. Because we are fighting for our rights. And here we are in today and age, and we still have them locking us up, putting drugs on us, throwing us in jail, taking us to jail for stuff they wouldn't take a jail for the regular motherfucker, because somebody talking back to you or ain't scared of you, ain't acting scared of you, or they ain't, you know, a lot of y'all got controlling issues. Because if you don't do what the officer tell you to do, like, and he might be telling you wrong, or he might just be having a power trip, but they want to see you turn in a circle, put your hands, you don't do what they tell you, now they ready to kill you, beat you up. Like, come on, bro, it don't make no sense. Just like the little boy out there urinating, that they got caught urinating and the police caught him, but you called 10 other officers because you done caught the little 10-year-old boy out here using the bathroom. This stuff don't make no sense, y'all. So we need to change this. They can't have us out here in the society want us to completely be 100% by y'all rules. You know what I'm saying? But here it is, we only 1/3 of a citizen in the United States. That shit don't make sense. Give us our rights back. Matter of fact, people that's coming out of these felony situations and stuff like that, let them get a rehabilitation for real. Put a time limit on these felonies. 5 years, if you out of trouble, you get your felony wiped out. If it's a violent felony, 10 years, you out of trouble, felony wiped off your record, you can go back and get all your rights restored, etc., etc. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all rather these come out of here after a felon, come back out in the world and live the rest of their life as 1/3 of a citizen, but want them to completely abide by 100% of the citizens' rules and effects. That shit don't make sense. This whole situation don't make sense, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I pray that these guys get justice. I pray that they don't let them white boys off just, you know what I'm saying, like they've been letting everybody else off like that, and they actually get what they deserve, man, and wish to be locked up under the jail. That's how I feel. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That's the end of the video. That's all I got to say. If y'all ain't did it already, man, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video. Definitely do me that favor, man. Also, man, follow me on TikTok, man. I be posting on there all the time. I'm going to start streaming on there on the regular on the weekend. So definitely support your kid, man. I need to start dropping videos over there. So y'all come over here and support me, man, on YouTube. But, man, y'all let me know, man, what y'all think, man, about this situation, man. I'm just glad, you know, the black guys are still alive and able to talk about it. Because usually, you know, in situations like this, shit, that ain't the case. But, man, like I said, y'all, it's your boy 2700, and I'm gone.